Hello, 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 and welcome back to the continuation of our Technodrome run of Deckers. I both don't and do apologize for that. I know it was a little bit of an unexpected start, but I have been pumped as hell and wanted to share just a little bit of my turtle mania with you guys. It's been a very interesting time for us old school TMNT fans with Magic the Gathering coming out with more cards for it and such. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh, just settling in, and it looks like this board has been shaken in a not great way. Everyone looks like they are where they were. We had just finished our last phase. We're off camera here. Let's fix that. You guys see that? Cannot see that. Okay. Let's move this to be a bit more visible. We've got one success. We've just completed the copper phase, and we've got the silver, gold, and mother phase. Um, Good. As far as the board's concerned, we ended with no strangles. These, I believe you were here with your red programs. These were all sparks. These, soft. I would have to assume that this is the configuration, because if it was this, then those would no, but those would have been sparks, so they wouldn't have been strangled. I don't think either of these is particularly good or bad. This is obviously better for me than this, so I'm gonna go with what's worse for me, and then we'll deal with it accordingly. Um, yeah, what was I doing? Right. Let me go ahead and start setting up everybody's decks while we just kind of ease back into things. So we had just had a pretty bad series of SMC fights, actually very bad for me, where we lost two purple programs, and several others in the crossfire. Um, Probably putting the lie to my overall strategy of trying to see if I could use random SMC fights to thin out my deck play a little. That's fine. Can't win everything. The second thing that's been eating at me ever since we stopped last time, silver phase goal is neural matrix. Can y'all see that? Let me adjust for lighting a bit. There you go. Neural matrix. And what the neural matrix goal essentially is saying is that we need a green program or installation on every odd numbered space on X servers where X is Deckers +1, which we are going to be forced to use our 5 down to 4 ability, which means 3 players are not going to get to go this round and we'll complete it. This is not going to be a hard goal to complete. I already have one green installation down. My hope is to put a green installation on every remaining server on an odd square, as well as spread the green programs around. The only thing that's going to make this tricky is spider webbing. For example, we can't drop a green on 2 right now because just a spider spark here would kill it. So that's kind of like the big picture. But the reason I'm so insistent on putting spider webs, or sorry, not spider webs, ghosting installations throughout is the next phase we have to push a very specific message queue. The more ghosting I have, the better. And then after that will be shell shock, so taking out the mother, and hack the Technodrome for the win. The biggest concern I have is looking ahead at message queue. Repeat a sequence of 4 programs and of course a spark 5 times. If there are 4 reds and 4 yellows out of the queue, that only leaves 7 red yellows in the box, and we need 6 of those if we assume that normally the game's supposed to end when you do that, right? So there's no backside of the card saying put them all back in the supply when you're done. I have to either make the assumption that it's supposed to go back to the box by default, or I have to make the assumption that no, the cards are correct as written, and you have to do the next phase without the extra pieces. The next phase requires us to surround Mother with programs. There is no entry point on the edge on my closed network. Therefore, I will need 6 of the same color. That means I will have 1 red program to spare. And that red program will be removed from the network and put on this card or the supply when it's done, which means there will be none to spare. I will put all my yellows around it or reds, pop it, and then have a dearth of reds to go off of. So we cannot do this 5 times. It will actually be impossible to win. We'll have to settle for doing message queue only 4 times, which is fine. We've outlined our X-1 requirement for this Technodrome style. If I make the assumption that I can pour these back into circulation afterwards, this becomes infinitely more manageable. If I make the assumption I can't, I'm going to be fending off triple sparks with no programs to spare. So, yeah. That's tomorrow's problem. For today, we're just probably dealing with phase 2, or cycle 2. But I wanted to put that out there for you guys as a thing to be aware of now. And certainly if you have ideas on how that should proceed, and you see this video before I get around to recording the next one, then yeah, comment. I'm very curious what y'all think. I want to show you guys this, but this box is virtually empty. It's got like very little left in it. And while I'm floating 2 of these purples around here, I only have 1 green program left in the supply. That means 1 green or blue. I guess that's the other thing to do is try to set up 1 of each program or 2 to kind of ease into message queue going forward. Final thing I want to point out is this is the part of the deck that we haven't seen yet. There's only like 25-ish cards left in the hack shop, so we might get through the whole deck. At this point, I can start being picky about what I remove from game and make sure I remove from game only premium stuffs. Lastly, we never made a final decision on if we're playing 2.0 upgrade or if we're just playing sorry, if we're playing 2.0 upgrade or if we are just playing the mother for the shell shock finish without actual 2.0. I'm going to say that we are playing that sparks have to spawn on the same server as you roll. So we're not going to be splitting sparks across multiple things, upgrade 2.0 version. I'm not convinced that we're going to be doing white sparks, though. I think that might be bullshit. But we'll see. We'll see. And with all of that out of the way, let's get started. Shuffled up, we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a hack shop or upgrade area. And turtle power. Let's go. Oh wow, we've got a digital tattoo that can buy the nootropic bloom by itself. So anybody who's got a single green is a priority to go first. Let's give everybody their 5-card hand. Already shuffled everything. Raphael, that'll be yours. Actually, I'll show you guys what I've dealt everyone as I do it. That's Raphael, promising with the first green to buy the nootropic bloom. Alright, then we've got Michelangelo, who's so drunk he's in 2 places at once. Also has the starting green. Ginger cool. This is going to be cool. Holding that in reserve for a really bad spider roll might end up clutching out this entire phase. Also has a singleton yellow that needs to be swapped eventually. And okay. Actually, we'll put the ginger cool at the top so that we don't forget that he has a reaction ability available. Alright. Donatello. Sorry, I couldn't keep you purple. He's got his singleton red out. He's got the ability to distribute reds. That might be very useful, but not on turn 1. That's probably a turn 2 thing, in all fairness. I don't think we ever found the DNI reset to dig through the shop in the first cycle. I'm going to have to hope that we find that sooner rather than later. Also has a single green. Is well positioned by holding a purple. Has a remove single spark. This guy might be the guy, honestly. Depending on, what our goals are. And last, Master Splinter. He's got a deception strike. He's got a convert to red. He doesn't need this, but he can use that to upgrade a installation if necessary. All right. First things first. Our goals are, well, let's identify our vulnerabilities. If red is rolled, we're going to spark up to here and here. That's fine. If green is rolled, it's excellent. If pink is rolled, it's the best. There's nothing on pink. If blue is rolled, we are not at strangle risk, but we're not looking very healthy with 1 and 4. Uh, and yellow's the actual danger server, where we would risk losing our most important square. So right off the bat, I'm most inclined to run yellow. Mikey, what do you got? If Michelangelo's running, he can do what? He can do the Nootropic Bloom purchase, that's nice. He can use the Nootropic Bloom purchase and movement ability to carry the yellow spark or shift it. Uh, he can put his yellow where one of the sparks is, chase it down, turn it into a green, maybe. Um, yeah, he can walk over with his yellow to the spark, change it into a green, move over to the stack of greens, and boom, make the ghosting installation on 4. That's an option. Sorry, I never explained my thought process here. Let me back it up a little. The thing we're trying to do is put all the odd numbers, right? 1, 3, 5. The problem is if I do that and I use all the green programs in the box, there will not be any green programs left. So putting an installation or two gives me a little flexibility. And we do need that flexibility. Also, it spreads the ability to ghost, which is just going to make the long-term game smoother. But putting a ghosting station here does us no favors. We would need to do that and then do it. Do you have that kind of mobility, Mikey? Mikey does. He's got the 2 blue. I think Michelangelo is reasonably placed to take the next turn. It would be nice to keep the ginger cool in reserve, though. That would be nice. If it's not Mikey, and we roll yellow, Splinter could still potentially save the day. Splinter, what do you got going on? Bunch of reds, a couple mobilities that he can work with, and the Deception Strike. So he can walk his way over there, Deception Strike something to yellow, and then, I don't know, maybe, or maybe Deception Strike it to green. We hope it doesn't come to it, but if necessary, he can resolve issues in the yellow district. If it doesn't come to it, then he's more likely to carry this with him somewhere and maybe convert that to a green. We have 1 decker for this area, 2-ish, 3-ish for here, 1-ish for here, and 1-ish for here. This server will eventually need someone to come back to it. Yeah, let's have Master Splinter go. Uh, I hate this. Blue is also vulnerable. 1 and 4. No, 1 and 4 doesn't strain one thing. We had it right the first time. Mikey, you're up. Radical, dude. First turn of the game. Let's go. Alright, first things first, pick a server. Blue. Blue is going to get sparked twice. 1, 2. That is fine. That is actually not terrible just yet. We don't have tools to deal with these fights, and it's Splinter who is in good position. Alright. What can Splinter do? Yellow is on the wrong server for modification strats. He has a ginger... Wait, we didn't go with Splinter. We went with Mikey. Okay. If we've already got a 1, 3, and 5 going here, so technically this server is fine. We could set up a ghosting station somehow if we could move these over here. That's probably a heady job. Uh, mm. Is there any way to just finish the job right now? If we use the second decker, or the first, I don't know, thinking out loud, move, carry the yellow, move with the double yellow, use this to convert that to a green, get a green on one, and that fixes the spider risk for the yellow server. Where are we building our ghosting stations, and how? These are useless over here. They need to be shipped over ASAP. We should have thought of that earlier. Um, right. I'm thinking outside the box when I haven't even started off in the box yet. Let's begin by promoting this to a ginger cool. Or not ginger cool, sorry, a digital tattoo. And then using the digital tattoo to buy either of these, but this would probably be the best bet. Alright. Flip a token anywhere on the network to its other side. That could be used on this one. That's actually a really good move. It puts a green back in the supply, and then puts it out of the supply at a place that's useful. I want that to be what it does, if possible. It's anywhere on the network, so I don't even have to go there. And then I can execute the intended strategy of move here with Mikey and do a conversion. I can make a blue, a red, or a green, so let's assume it's going to be make a green. Was there another ginger coal in play? No, it's just him. Okay. So then what? So now we have a green on one, potentially even two greens on one. And then we could do the shift action to put that over here. We're never going to have enough to do everything. Okay. Alternate plans would be flip that, move over here, build the ghosting station on the purple server. But then these are kind of orphaned and we're not doing anything with them. What about move 2, go up here? You can't do the spark play because this server does not have a whatchamajigger, a yellow station on it. And we're not looking to build it here, we're looking to build it here. It's a slow turn. Okay. We have several more turns to figure this final state out, so I will not take more time doing so now. I don't like this organization because I don't have a place to put my discards. I think I had it better last time where I had the undrawn decks and then the discards over here, like so. The current hands here, and the discards up above, where it's partially cut off anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna really quickly swap all of these around. There we go. There we go. Yep. Organization is everything when you're playing five-handed solo. Jesus Christ. And remember, we have to end this phase 3 turns short in order to fulfill my criteria, since the number of servers x plus 1 cannot be technically met. Okay, what's the plan? Well, first, nootropic bloom, get a green in play. Anywhere on the network, right? Execute. Second, we're going to move Mikey from, we get 2 movements. Let's go 1 to gather all of these together, and 2 to come here with them. I do this because if this space gets sparked, I want to be able to remove it again. Next, we'll spend the... You know what? I don't need the red on this either. If I do these 2 for yellow and green, there's nothing I'm buying with them, right? Yeah, yellow and green. I can get the conversion, take my last green out of supply for my trouble, but advantage is I keep the ginger cool. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Shop gets a card. It's a good one. Remove 2 of any colors from your space to place an installation. There. And it doesn't say what color installation. I can remove 2 reds and put a ghosting station. That would be immensely valuable. Scratch that. I can remove 2 greens, get them back in supply, and put a ghosting station. Does anybody have a copycat? Because that'd be sick. Go ahead and deal 5 to Mikey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's drawing RRI, decoy duck, diversion, reroute, and another ginger cool. So he is highly incentivized to use a ginger cool if it's at all beneficial. The digital tattoo means that I'm incentivized to use Raphael or Leonardo, uh, and pick up this. Raph is in an okay position with his reds. Uh, Leo, where's Leo? Leo's multicolor carry capacity might be even better, though. Does he have the ability to buy it? He can spend this for the digital tattoo and this for the purchase pretty easily, which would leave him with double blue, double red, double green, and exotic software. At that point, he would carry the double reds onto 6, execute to make the station, with the exotic software, use the advanced upload feature to make something he can fight with, and then fight. So at this point, we're talking about building a red station instead of a green, which is definitely not the official mission objective, but will be hugely helpful for fighting purposes. Now, the downside is anything we build on 6s can get crushed when Mother shows up. But my hope is by then we'll be in a good enough position to not worry too much. All the double greens on 4s need to be moved. You know, if we had that card that lets me shift every... I think we do have that. Let me check people's decks real quick and then shuffle. I don't remember who got it, but if someone has that, Magnetic Pulse is not it. Alright, my thought would be it'd be Donatello. Let's see what he's got, what he's working with. Nope, Donnie does not have it. He's got plenty of shift stuff, just not that. Um, I don't know, man. If we get that card, we can just shift all the fours to three fives everywhere, and that will solve a lot of problems. And it does not appear that we got that card in cycle one. Don't even have to shuffle that one. There's only five cards available. Only other person who might have had it would be Leonardo. Item ship is not the same thing. All right, so yeah, it's not you. Uh, well, clearly one thing is for sure. I want Leonardo to go, and I like that he has this access. So we're gonna pick Leo for our next turtle. Server check. It's self-server. Self-server is red. Red is 1 and 4. Those are good spots, all things considered. These are gonna move sooner or later. It's me to go. Remove from game to get my digital tattoo. As previously discussed, pay both of these. I would rather keep a wild card than keep a green with a conditional wild card, so this can go back here, but we'll buy this. And this, of course, gets discarded. Remove 2 of any color from your space to place 1 installation here. Relocate 1 from anywhere on the network to your space. Remove from adjacent. Okay. This is most beneficial as movement. So the idea would be to go 1, 2 to build something, or to go 1, 2, or something like that. I could go 1, 2, and then just build a ghosting station here. It's slow, but it's effective. Ooh, wait. Could I build a ghosting station where it needs to be somehow? Yeah. If I were to move 1, 2 to carry all this stuff here, and then use my focus to turn it into a ghosting station, ghost my action to here, turn that into a red installation, make more reds. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. That seems functional. How am I doing this exactly? I don't like that this is destroying a purple program. Those are hard to make, and they're very valuable, especially if we have the mother problem coming up. The sooner we get some red installations down, the better for everyone. Oh wait, we're not here. We're here. Right? Yeah, we're here. All these plans I'm thinking of, I need to be on the right space to do them. I could trade the Pied Piper for the data shift and use the data shift to do this, this, and this. That takes 3 greens away, or even this. That takes greens away from 4 spaces and puts them on odd spaces where they need to be, and gives me the fodder I need to build an installation. Uses up my blue and green. Then I could use this for its execute effect and keep this in reserve. That's an option. We'll still need to make more greens here eventually, but it'll be easier to make them where they need to be than to move them around, I suspect. This server is set. This server has enough green. This server doesn't. Oh my god, we worked so hard to get this, and I think that I'm going to end up not using it. But I don't like my mobility options. Did I have to use this to buy it, specifically? I had a green and a wild. Yeah, I wasn't going to buy it with any of these other options. That would be much worse, so. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think that we need a slow return here, and that's the way it is. Um, if I leave, uh, if I convert these into a red station, does that help us? No, not really. We can make reds and yellows pretty quick. We can make yellows pretty quickly. We can't make reds quickly yet, so we will want those eventually. And putting a red on an even square is a big deal. So, sorry, talking out to myself. What I'm thinking is if I do this, right? Sorry, this, and then convert this the old-fashioned way, and then I ghost my action to here to use the installation builder here, that maximizes the amount of building I do in one turn. But it also leaves this server not clean. I think we're going for it. All right. So wait, sorry. What was the other plan? The other plan was to go up here and make a ghosting station on one. We do that, then this is gone, and we have only these to work with, greens and reds. We can use the reds to clear out a spark from 6, potentially. And then we've got a double shift available that we can use to start moving these greens to where they need to be. It's not the worst plan. I would rather have a ghosting station on blue than on red. Like, immediately. So, ghosting plus a red station here, or ghosting station and nothing else. If we roll blue again, this whole server is covered. We have a breathing room over here, but it's nasty looking. If we roll red again, this whole server is covered. Nothing's strangled, but it's nasty looking. It's bad no matter how you slice it. Attract everything to my space. Turn it green. This cannot be a movement option, unfortunately. We do need it to be a movement option if I want to move over to 1. It kind of goes to my action there. What if we go the other way around? Pied Piper, pull these two down. Exotic, turn those into the green. And then use my double shift to spread that to an odd and that to an odd. And then remove a spark. That puts a ghosting station here and gets rid of reds. I don't want to do that. I want to do the opposite of that, actually. I want that red battle station. So I want the red battle station. So then let's just do that. Let's get the red battle station going. All right. Pay this. It is a blue double for a single. Spend this. We're going to attract 1, 2, 3 greens. Upgrade. Putting 3 back in the supply, which will be very important when we need to build them again, to a ghosting station on 5. Ghost my action over to... Are we sure this is the right move? Nope, but we're going to do it anyway. Ghost my action over to 4 to remove these 2 greens. So we put lots of greens back in the supply now, which can be rebuilt elsewhere. And we're going to make a battle station this time. A red battle station. Leonardo. Nicely done. Now we can either make 2 red programs here, or we can just remove a spark. If I remove a spark, it's going to be from here, probably. It's the safest space in terms of ghosting abilities. Well, this is just as safe. The idea being that I want to work towards ghost creating greens that we can easily move into the right place. Strong argument. What do 2 reds do for me that this doesn't? Nothing. So, yep, we're doing it. Spend that to remove a spark. That is the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leonardo is done. And hey, all those movement cards I really wanted are available now. In the meantime, gets another card for the area. We don't need either of those. It'll be the next decker's turn. First, we have to do a spider check. These are not strangled. These are not strangled. Okay. So we're actually running into a problem where the sparks are built up on places I need to put programs. I'm just assuming I'm going to get rid of them eventually, but I do actually need to get rid of them eventually. There are 2 people who should go most likely. Donatello needs to start doing his magic, and unfortunately he has very poor cards for global manipulation right now. He can literally not even make a single green. With his ghosting, he can move very well. So he could create a ghost to move greens around, or double shift greens from a large distance. He could execute the conversion action remotely on on pink, or on yellow if they're rolled, or on green if it's rolled and he... No, he doesn't have enough yellows here to do that. He could get that maybe to do it. It's tricky in general. He can only ghost to these servers in full. He could ghost to here, move that there, and set up another ghosting station. But that's a little getting ahead of ourselves when we don't even have the kills yet. We should go with someone who's a bit more combat oriented this turn. Raf, what are you thinking? If Raf goes, he buys the digital tattoo but can't use it yet. He does have a reset spark, so he could potentially push that into that and then try to get over there to reset spark it, or just get over there to reset spark it without the push. That works too. He's got 3 movement options. He can potentially buy the Pied Piper. That's an option at some point. If he's here, and this server is 135 ready, he would essentially be going move, move, move. That's a lot of walking. That's 3. That's all of his movement to get to square 6. Once he's there, he eliminates it, pushes a green program his way, and builds a battle station on 6. Maybe? That's feels slow as heck, but it does exist. That one isn't a ship, is it? No, it's just standard data steal. You know what? It rotates the market by 2 cards, which is better than most of my deckers can do right now. If yellow goes, he can convert these. Does yellow have the tools of conversion he needs? Yellow green, yellow green, and yellow green. Double movement and swapping things around. Yellow might be the right way to go. Like, he can convert, and ghosting station. Those would be his long-term objectives. Yeah, without studying too much further, let's make the decision to go with yellow. All right, Mikey, do us proud. It's blue getting sparked today. Server's filling up pretty good, but it does look like nothing is going to get strangled either because of how close our network is. The plan here would be to build a ghosting station ASAP. We do have the read request intercept if we want to use it. So what I'm thinking, just before I make any decisions, would be move here, or even move here. That 4 doesn't need to be there, and that relocates one from any space on the network. We only have one yellow, so we're only making one conversion. So if it's move to, convert to green, move one more, ghosting station, make a bunch of yellows, and reposition sparks or something. I don't know. That's a bit of a far-fetched turn. Also builds the ghosting station on the wrong square, so that's very undesirable. With 2 movement, we're carrying this over here. That's the idea. What about make 2 yellows with this guy, then walk over to 3, build a green right on 3, right? And then double push the greens from 4 to 3 and build a ghosting station. Now you have 1 and 3 set, 5 open, high strangle hazard though, and no ginger cools to save it. But you have a ghosting station, which only matters if this guy is going. Well, we'll just commit to playing Donatello next. And he has plenty of things he can do in terms of, nope, the server that needs to be rescued next is blue because it can fill up really tight. Well, then forget 3. Just do it on 5. Make 2 yellows, right? Sorry. Make 2 yellows, move over to here, convert one of them to a green, right? Double shift your remaining greens here, upgrade to a ghosting station. Yeah, that's perfect. Make some extra yellows for your trouble if you're so inclined. The only variable is the read request intercept. Let's check what we would be digging for before we make a decision. Ping nexus, double blue, double red, double yellow. Nothing of particular note. Yeah, I think we're going for it. All right. Let's execute on this plan. Mikey, move 2. Wait. Make yellows. Cowabunga, baby. Move 2. Carrying the yellows here. Although, now that we're thinking, why not move this guy's yellows here? We want this in the 1 position because that's where the sparks will come if the spider goes off. So this is fine. This is fine. Then convert to a green. Yellow-green. Double shift. Are there any sparks that we can somehow bring to us? If there was a way to bring a spark over, that would be even better. We could go double shift like this. That gets the whole server set up. And it gives something that we can convert to Donnie if he goes next. If we do the double shift, move this here, and then we do the decoy duck to bring that here and turn it into a green, we don't have a ghosting station. That's the downside. But we do have a completed server. Or we could do double shift like this. Decoy duck. Spark for a green. The decoy duck by itself does the work. We don't need a double shift if we have the decoy duck. So what I'm thinking is if we decoy duck to here somehow, and then convert it to a green, then we have 135. But what we don't have is a ghosting station. How important is that? How much am I just biased because I have a favorite strategy and I can't use it? No. The mother is gonna come, and then that's gonna be really difficult if we have to chase her constantly. Um, Decoy duck from 3 is extremely strong. What if we decoy duck to here? Uh-huh. And then convert that to the next green. And then we start shifting stuff. I don't know, man. I'm talking myself in circles. I think we let Raphael go next, and we'll use Raph to finish this conversion problem. In addition to going ham on all of this, and upgrading this, and upgrading this. Yeah, okay. If we plan for Raph to go next, then we definitely can get away with some of this shenanigans. So, Decoy Duck, Mikey, swaps here and here, I guess. No. New sparks form here. We want a yellow here. This is better. Then we will use yellow plus wild. Oh, sorry. That was the decoy duck. Then we'll use yellow plus wild to make that into a green. And rather than just do a random double push to do this, do we hold the Ginger Cool in reserve? Nah, spend it. As much as I want to keep the Ginger Cool in reserve in theory, in practice, this being an easy to convert station is more valuable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the end of the turn. Market has no refresh. Cowabunga. Okay. Set. Set. Completely in disarray. Needs more green. Needs a green, but we'll be okay. It's gonna be either Splinter or Raf taking a stab at the blue server here. Deception Spike to make a yellow out of the 5 spark. Moving over here. Nah, you've got nothing, bro. Splinter is not my man. Not yet. Uh-oh, what happened over here? Whose are these? These are all Splinter. So we'll put that back in your deck. And this is still 5, right? Okay, good. We said Raf before. I don't remember why. I'm going with Raf. I'm pretty sure it's correct. How many turns do we have left? -1, right? So we have 2, 3, 4. We have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have at least like 7, 8 turns left, so we're not out of turns. All right, spark on self-server, which is 1 and 2. How are we looking for strangulation risks? Actually very good. Actually very good. Okay. Most obvious right now would be to walk over here and upgrade to the ghosting station that we wanted. And then move over to 5. Fight. Or build a station. A combat station. I'm actually favoring building a combat station, being completely honest. The difficulty of a reset spark being ignored is not as big a deal to me just yet. Not with Donnie about to go. And we're not even close to being out of time yet. Yeah, first things first, RFG, the double blue for a double blue. We'll put that back in Raphael's box. Red. Raphael gets... Oh, this spark doesn't have to be on 2 if we don't want it to be. Raphael gets to move things around when they happen. Does he want to put it somewhere else? Yeah, here. Absolutely. Absolutely there. Okay. Where were we at with this? I had removed from game the double blue to buy this. That's right. Okay, good. Then we'll remove from game the single green to buy this. Because of course. Do I want to take any of those live wire voodoos right now? I could do it so easily. I could pay these 2. Or these 2, but I need my mobility this turn too. Alright. Move 1. And build the ghosting station. When he moved 1, he brought the reds with him. When he got here, he built a ghosting station, which we should be running out of now. We have 1, 2, 3 in play. Then, so this server is set. This server is going to be fine. This server needs an extra green. This server needs 2 extra greens. This server needs 1 extra green. Okay. Then he can move over to 1 and just eliminate all the sparks if he's so inclined. Or he can create a red and build a station out of it. And where would he put that battle station? On 1, I guess? It's gotta be on 5, man. That's the only space that needs it. Of course, that's the only space he can't make it. Alright, he's gonna move 2, carrying his reds with him. Raphael's so single-mindedly on the attack. I love it. Then he'll use this as a push. From here, it's the only place that we've got a green that's able to do the pushing, to give himself another spark to work with, and then he's going to eliminate all the sparks in his space. So now, nobody's strangled. If we roll here again, it fills up 4 and 5, and we can go to town on these things in the future. Okay, that's the turn. I think it's time to give Donatello his first turn. I don't know if that's the correct move or not. Oh, wait, sorry, before we make that decision, let's look at Raphael's next hand. He's got a viral splash and a console cowboy and an attack option, and he's already in the red zone. So if he wants, he can immediately go on the heavy offense, start killing off the sparks in blue. That may be correct, honestly. We'll keep that in mind for the future. Let's keep his offense options up top so I don't forget that he has them. But I will completely selfishly and not thinking too carefully play. Well, what can Master Splinter do with his setup? He could move over, immediately make a purple program, or make a yellow. Oh, he doesn't want to use this to make a yellow. That's the problem. He would want to use this to make a. Yeah, he would want to use this to make a. If he goes here and then makes 2 yellows, then he would want to do this and a wild to make a purple program again. Is there any possible? Oh, we forgot to fill up the market, and we're still planning ahead. Ugh, another digital tattoo. We are never going to get those out of the market. I don't know if Splinter is the right choice. I want to see Splinter when we've got ghosting stations set up for him to use. If Splinter moves over to the yellow zone and starts ghosting around, I'm sure he can do some shenanigans. Donnie, you're up. Wait. What about Leonardo? Yeah, I haven't even looked at Leo yet. He's got all the movement, but none of the action. So if he moves up to 1 and then tries to kill things there, it's not going to end well. And he can barely even distribute sparks at that point. Yeah, no, you're not it. All right. Let's go. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is the guy. Okay. So right off the bat, it's green. So it's gonna be spark on 1 and 2. Okay. he can ghost to here, 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 currently. It's pretty good range. We did just get an adrenaline surge, which we're definitely buying. Since I don't think he's moving, do we want to use Viral Splash this turn or not? Console Cowboy is live, right? Who's got Console Cowboy? Raph. If I ghost my action to... Oh, I can't go to blue. I could go to yellow, but I don't want to go there. I could put 2 sparks on 6. It's not a great spot. Yellow 6, that's not a great spot. Could put sparks here, here, but that's even worse. I could ghost the sparks to here. But that just is increasing his need to fight. Oh, wait. Where's the spot I can already fight? Yeah, I can ghost the sparks to here. Nope, that's too many. That'll make an installation. Boo. I'll make a guardian. Why does Viral Splash help me? Because I can put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And then we're ready to go. Or I can put them here and here, and we're ready to go. I could also go the other route. Turn those 3 into a wild, buy the digital tattoo, or the adrenaline surge directly. Create 2 greens off the adrenaline surge, and 1 green off of this. Maybe that's better. If I spend these to buy the adrenaline surge, and I just make 2 greens for now, how starved am I for greens? This server needs 1, this server needs 1, and this server needs 2. I can't ghost into pink just yet. I can ghost into yellow and give them 2 greens right here. And then let Raph go next. Have him double move over. Build the ghosting station. Nope, it's not going to work. These 2 greens with 2 movements, he'll end up here or here. And I don't want the ghosting station on an even number on a very contested server. That would be bad. Okay, I can ghost the greens to here. But then Raph is still in the same position of going 1-2 to pick him up. Wait, that's how much movement he has. Yeah, 1-2, pick him up, bring the greens over here. And then boom, make the station. Kill, kill, kill. Ghost your movement, distribute green. That's extremely good. If Raph goes next, we could sort out blue once and for all. And then the only servers that still need sorting out are green and red. And they're already fully ghostable. I even think we can get away with the viral splash option. Just need a spot that I'm not afraid to put a guardian down. I wish I could ghost to here in guardian. That'd be perfect. It's like feeding it to the console cowboy. But that's not going to happen. we're just gonna have to trust the fighting that we know is gonna happen later. So for now, uh, we'll spend this and this. I don't want to lose my wild. Alright, we'll spend these two. Keep this one in my deck. RFG the single red to Donatello's box. Buy this. Are we moving this turn? What if we buy this? Nope, nope, nope. That won't make a difference. This is fine. Then we'll use the Adrenaline Surge plus Focus to make 2 greens, and we're ghosting this creation action to a place that has an installation. Then we're gonna ghost our movement. I forgot how cool this guy is. Ghosting movement to here. 1 move. Sorts that out. 2 moves. Could do that potentially. Or could do that, because the last thing we're going to do is this. Give him the full benefits. Where am I ghosting this to and what am I doing with it? I'm ghosting it to... Just pick a spot, bro. Here. We have 0 guardians in play, right? I can afford 1. Yeah, okay. Give me a local guardian. Actually, this guardian I'll never be able to get rid of. Because I don't have the tools to fight him nearby. This is the spot to ghost it to. This is the spot to ghost it to, but that server is inaccessible. So we'll just put 2 sparks over here with Hetty. And we'll trust that between all of that, eventually that'll get taken care of. Leonardo, good luck. Okay, and now, because we've done that, we're going to go ahead and put a 3rd red here, a 3rd red here, and a final red somewhere else that's on the edge. Here, probably. Nice to have an option for myself. Because this space is going to have to be defended eventually. Alright. Donnie, draw 5. Double shift, move, item ship, and attack. I'm going to keep you in reserve now. I need you to sort out final pushes and making sure things stay good. We've got good duality here. For all the reasons previously stated, Raf, you are up. Finally, after this whole game, you get a chance to be you. Green gets sparked on 3 and 4. No strangle hazard, but we are in a bad shape. And let's go. First act needs to be to build a ghosting station. And lucky for you, you're in the right place to do it without having to make any concessions. Just do it. Is there any way to do it without using up your blue? Because that blue can potentially distribute these two. You know what? Don't worry about it. Other people can take care of that kind of stuff. You do what you were born to do. Ghost. Ghosting stations. Are we out? No, we got one. Cowabunga, baby. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in play already, so that's very good. And now, with that completed, we can start fighting stuff. Oh no! These are stranded. That's fine. Ghost in action over to there, spend the viral splash that you don't need to splash with, and build a... Actually, do you want to build it here or here? It's immaterial to me. Kind of like it here for its combat benefits. Yeah, build it here is fine. This is the place sparks will keep spawning, so it's the most likely to need help. Then we will... oh, that's the space that needs to have sparks in order to do anything right now. So, other way around is fine. This and this. Okay. Then we'll declare an attack on number 1 with 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 2. That's 9 versus 5. That's a clear victory. Sparks are dead. Thank God. Then we'll declare a console cowboy victory on 6. Do we need to do that? What if I use that to ghost 4 movements? And go 1, 2, 3, 4, or something similar. High risk, high reward combat suits me. Versus console cowboy movement from here could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, do that, do that. All right. Console cowboy as movement of all craziness today would bring. We're going to ghost from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then straight up attacking with just 1. Double checking everyone to see if anybody has things that can help. We could discard this from Mikey to give us another symbol. And that is tempting as heck when you consider the situation I'm in. And that in all probability Mikey is not getting another turn. Nobody else has an interrupt. Nobody else has an interrupt, so you know what? Yeah, Mikey, go ahead. Drop your ping nexus to interrupt. Give us a +1. Now we're at +2. Okay. So +2 and station +3 and 6 of us +6 versus 2. It's 5 and a 2. That's 11 to 4. Clear victory. And that console cowboy was leveraged as much as it possibly could have been. Thank God. Raph is down to his last hand of cards. It's all just good stuffs. Reds, greens, yellows, and reds. Everything he wants. But more importantly, blue is set. Yellow is set. Purple was set, but technically needs a green back. Red is completely not set. Green is completely not set. We have how many turns left? Everyone has a hand, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 not picked yet. So we've got 6 turns left to sort out these servers. Strangle hazards are nowhere to be seen. And not only do we want to get to the next phase, we want to have a surplus of reds and yellows lying around. We're doing good on a surplus of reds and yellows. We're doing very good, actually. Blues were more limited and will be. I think by definition, we're going to have at most 3 or 4 blues. So that was a given. Rupert hasn't been able to make any new programs yet. It's a challenge for him, given his hand. Sorry, Splinter. Ugh, that's the break sometimes. Actually, does he have green that he can buy a Ginger Cool with? He could buy it with the Neural Spike. Do we just want to use the Neural Spike? And put greens here, here, and here? Or something? Like, 3 greens here just solves a lot of problems. And with a ghosting station, he could literally build his own guardian and be completely fine. Or he could ghost it to 6. Shit, when you say it like that. Yeah, bro. Splinter gets a turn. Alright, Splinter's up. Spark's on. Self-server. No strangle risks yet. Okay, good. So, what have we got? We've got Deception Spike. He's not going to be using his Rupert abilities, I don't think. He's just going to be managing chaos. But he's got double move available, so that's cool. He's got plenty of attack. Alright, Splinter. Ghosting his action to here. Actually, that would strangle here. So we need to be very comfortable that we're going to go in on the kill before the turn's done. And I am pretty confident that's fine. And in exchange, he gets 3 greens, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 greens. So now this server is close, this server is close. Everywhere is close, nowhere's there. Hopefully this is worth it. Deception Spike. Where's his stack? Here. Uh, make this the yellow. Interesting. Make this a yellow. Sure, why not? Actually make this the yellow, maybe? No, that one's a strangle space, so what I'm thinking is he can ghost. So if he makes this yellow and then moves to make that a yellow, he's got 2 yellows in the same place. It's not going to work. If he makes one of those yellows, doesn't really help. Make this a yellow. That doesn't help the strangle risk here. Make this a yellow. Yeah. Yeah, just in case our fighting fails, this is fine. Uh, then declare an attack, a +2 attack on current square here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 for adjacency. That's 9 versus 6, which is adequate. Then ghost a movement of 2. And what are we moving where? Couple things I have in mind. One is he can do this with a single ghost, but I don't love that move for him. Oh no, he can't even get to there. He would have to ghost across and do it, yeah. Ultimately, moving this conglomeration to an attack position is the key. Does it want to be here or here? I think... I think what we want to do is move most of it, but not all of it. If I move all 3 to here and fight. What am I accomplishing? I still have to deal with the threat there eventually. If I move some of them this way and leave this one as a potential to come here. No, no, no. We were fine. We were right the first time. This is fine. And then we'll declare an attack and hopefully just win it. It is 4v1, so that should win on most days. And today is most days. 6-3, that's a kill. Splinter did not do much, just maintained the board. Splinter's next hand is okay, not great. Reasonably suited for making a purple, I suppose. No market refresh needed. We only have 5 turns left. This is gnarly as all get out. If Donatello goes, what's he doing? He's moving stuff around and praying. He's not declaring any big attacks. Someone has to sort out this mess. That's an item ship ghosting, though. And that's a not. He's got a lot of ghosting access now. The only server that isn't ghostable is Pink, and even that he can get to. What's he got coming up next turn, assuming he takes 2 turns? Nothing. A deception spike and a copycat. Well, that's not nothing. That's a deception spike and a copycat. It's a lot of clearing. Kind of want that available. Let's get Donnie a turn. Self-server. Well, it's the worst possible scenario. Green is officially under fire. Strangle risk on 4 if we don't solve it. And I have no troops. Couldn't have waited a turn, could you? We can double push to get this and this done. That's a possibility. We can ghost a movement action to move this here, and a ghost a movement to move that here. But that kind of thing looks like we're done, and we actually have a strangle hazard. We could ghost a movement action to here to bring the reds to me, kill for the center, and that clears the whole area. I actually like that a lot. We could double push to create a guardian on 5, like that, and then move the kill box over here, uh, and use the 1-2 attack, 3-4-5 attack, adjacency 6 attack versus it to try and kill it off. If we kill the guardian, we're in good shape, because then all these squares are clear. Does anybody have discardable help? We do have a discardable help interrupt on Splinter if we need one more command to help us. I'm not sure what that would do just yet, but I'm thinking about it. We can ghost create more combatants over here, but I don't think that helps much. What about double push like this? That still frees all of the breathing room we need. It keeps 1 and 3 open as long as I don't roll same server again. And the Nidum ship ghost can bring the sparks that we need here. The only downside is that we don't get the adjacency bonus to fighting next to a building when we try to kill it. We would instead be working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish maybe on the die. If we do double shift to get the greens away, and then another double shift to push their sparks to guardian up. Why am I so insistent on making guardians? Because I don't see any other way to clear enough territory when all of this is marked. That's the reason. We can ghost Nidum. So let me check the entire ridge of the board to see what I'm not thinking of. It's got to be that triple red, man. That's the money shot. Bring the triple reds in here because that's where we have an installation to help us. Boom. Set it up to win. What is the extra one command for? We could declare an extra attack with it. No, it can't be used that way. It has to be in addition to add to another decker's move. Um, we could use it to help us buy something, like a double red. What am I eliminating to do that? Not much. Although that's a fair point. This is a straight line upgrade we should just take while we still can. Digging for new options is always a good thing to do. Donnie, why are you so hard to work with out of all the turtles? Yeah, I'm gonna stop overthinking this one. Um, we have how many turns to sort this game out? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the greens we need everywhere except on one. And the double deception strike play is how we're gonna deal with that, most likely. We have safety on most of these. We're going to need a push or two to confirm it. So really, these are the nasty spots, and it's just green right now that needs a lot of work. So anything I can accomplish here is good. So let's just focus on making this work. First, let's push sparks together. Double push. Where's Donnie? Here. Double push. We'll do here and here. Then bring the ship around. Free move to here. Kill the sparks, or kill the baddies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a should have made the Guardian. All right, that's fine. They're dead. That's the key. Uh, hmm. Double move. Double move is fine. Brings these here. And then double shift. And now we're halfway home. Actually, this is better. Is it? How are we dealing with these? The double move is here or here, so that part's fine. If I kill these, we still have an attacker over here, so that's fine. But instead of double move doing this, we'll double move, drop one off here, and then finish up there. Yeah, because that's a +2 station. In fact, we'll leave an extra fighter here. No. One's fine. Okay. Replenish. Replicant jar could be life-saving, actually. Is anybody capable of buying it? I've got a yellow you don't want. And lots of shifting power. My god, Raph, you are in a great shape, actually. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 turns left. Total. And let's go ahead and just start, because I already know what I'm doing. I can think about it until I figure it out, but I already know. Alright, it's going to be Donnie again. And it's going to be pink that gets sparked this time on 1, nope, 2 and 3. Oh boy, that's not a good picture. Copycat the deception spike. And we're going to ghost that action to yellow 1. And then we'll spend the deception spike to deception spike again. No. This needs to be a conversion. Where else could this be useful? I wish we could go there, but we can't ghost our action to there. Here we can reach. Here we can reach. Here we do not necessarily need to reach, but it would help. Self-space, we don't necessarily need to deal with. We can ghost to here, and we have to deal with that. Yeah, let's do that one. Alright, so that's spent. Now we'll use the memory steal for its yellow-green abilities. And at yellow and green we can do this, which gives us the win on pink, the win on yellow, the win on blue, close to the win on green, close to the win on red. We just have to deal with all the sparks. We've got a double push available to us, and we've got multiple wild cards available to us. Ghosting a fight action to here for 1, 2. Oh, what the hell? 1, 2, 3. Do I want to spend the big fight here? Yes, I do. Actually, it occurs to me we don't have a green. Oh no, we are a green installation. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, but the adjacency makes it 5 versus 2. We're gonna have to trust the process here. Oh, good. 10 versus 8. Close, but we got it. Then we'll ghost a combat action to 4, double striking it. Do I want to do it on 4? Not really. We can just let the SMC fight win that. And I grant I've had bad luck, but 6 to 2, I think we'll get it. Maybe we should fight over here or here. And of these, this is the one that's more at risk of strangulation, so we'll fight here. Did we get it? I don't think we got it. +2, 8 versus 6. Oh, energy state, 9 versus 6. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, great. That's actually really good for us. We still have this, and we can't keep it in reserve. What do we want to do with it? We do have a couple greens in the box, but we can discard this to get triple green symbols to make 2 greens. And we don't have a ghosting station on pink yet. So if I was so inclined, I could spend this that way. Alternatively, we could discard it to be able to afford the duality. I don't want to buy the duality that bad. Where would benefit from having 2 more greens? Or would I benefit from 2 pushes? With pushes, I could clear this spark out of the way for safety. And I could push the red to fight it later. I could push both of these sparks out of the way for their relative safety. How many turns are left in the game? 1, 2, 3. 3 turns left. I think with 3 turns we'll find answers. We don't need to worry that much. Okay, but can we just take a moment to make sure that's true? Yeah, if all else fails, we can use this bad boy. There's greens on all of those spaces, so they'll be able to push when they need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the adrenaline plus the discard effect from Master Splinter to make 2 more greens. We're gonna ghost that creation to any space that's helpful to do it from. And I'm going to pick... Oh, wait a minute. That makes us out of greens? No, we have a potential blue left. Then here's fine. Or here. A lot more decker potential for being able to make the last ghosting station on 5 eventually. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I want to do. Look at this. 3 ghosting stations and a neat little strip. I kind of love that. Alright. Donnie is out of cards. Who's next? Master Splinter, if I give you a turn, are you going to be able to make another purple program or 2? You've got the cards for a couple purple programs, potentially. He's also got the cards to buy the replicant jar, which is beautiful for him. I'm going to regret this since it's a 4-card turn, but go ahead. Rolls green. Oh boy, that's not good. That's definitely not what you want to see. We just got that place saved up, and now it's messy. But all he can do is push and make a guardian. Or yeah, there's not much he can do. He can he do we have to do anything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 turns left, so he doesn't have to do anything yet. But Donnie can't play, so it'll have to be Leonardo who deals with it. And Leo has a lot of movement, but only 1 attack card to his name. But one of those movements is an item ship, so that is promising. He could potentially... Any shifting? Leo stack? He's got a shifter. He could potentially shift things into Guardian formation, knight him, ship it over there, and try to fight it with whatever symbols he can muster. That's potentially reasonable. And that would give him his last hand, which is not great. It does have the emit EMP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finish this turn. Takes a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes another turn. 1, 2, 3 game. Yeah. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. Do your thing, Master Splinter. Splinter's goal would be to make more purple programs. and to buy the replicant jar. To buy the replicant jar, he could just straight afford it with these and buy it. He doesn't have much in the way of mobility. He can ghost to the entire blue server, though. He can double push to put yellows on 4 and then make a purple. It's extremely slow. I already regret picking him for this turn. If we buy the jar, sorry, if we buy the digital tattoo and use the tattoo, that does not help us. If we use diversion and memory steal but not shift to buy the replicant jar, and then we... Yeah, he's not Monty Quantum. He can't... Damn, I wish I could take this back, but I already rolled the server, so yeah, I can't. I'm attracted to the shiny, man. There is one other meaningful thing he can do. He can walk over and build a ghosting station on 5. And then just buy the replicant jar and do nothing with it. As stupid as that sounds, that actually might be a really good play. Yeah, let's do it. Spend the X for movement. Move here, carrying all your stuff. Spend the X for... Actually, keep this X? No, spend this X for green. Put some greens back in the box and build another ghosting station. It occurs to me I haven't even looked at what the victory condition for Neural Matrix is, so it'll be interesting. Now we have the command strip and the deckers that are each on different ghosting stations. I'm going to do this just for clarity. Oh, look at that. My turtles have completely infiltrated the Technodrome. Okay, then with these, we'll discard, remove from game, buy the replicant jar. This could be life-saving if we need to produce and then flip what we've produced at some point. He cannot ghost to 4. He can only ghost to purple. He can create 3 yellows. That's not bad. How many are there in the box? Several. There are 3, 4 on the board, so we're good. If he makes a bunch of yellows, that hurts nothing. He could use 2 pushes. Assuming Leonardo goes next, his game plan is going to be to kill stuff on green. And he has the ability to push the stuff on green already. Do 3 yellows help me? No, they actually don't. Not now, maybe later, but certainly not immediately. What do I do with those 3 yellows? They sit there. And then they get moved around. How many turns are left in the game? God, I'm so useless. I always think 3 billion times. After this turn, we have 2 more turns. The only one who's ghosting to that yellow is Rupert himself. If this is not addressed by the end of the game, it's catastrophic. But it will be addressed. Even if the spider spawns 2 more sparks... No, 2 more sparks would be pretty bad. Yeah, I've convinced myself. Double push. Master Splinter does this, and then Ghosts does this. And that way, if the spider comes, we only have to deal with one spark here. This mess, even if it comes around full circle, we were going to deal with it anyway next turn. Leo, you're up. Well, actually, let's double check what's going to come in the store. Let's double check what Mikey's available. Yeah, nothing. It's the Hollow Gate, so it's definitely Leo's turn. Leo's up. Sparking on. Yellow. How bad is sparking on yellow? 1 and 3. It's about as bad as it could be. Not gonna sugarcoat it. It's about as bad as possible. Who has a ton of pushes? Just like honestly, it's gonna be Raph for the closer by the way things are going. He's got attacks and he's got pushing with a side of yellow. That Hollow Gate is super tempting. We could buy it with all of that. And then just do it, bro. Alright, buying the Hollow Gate. RFG, we only get one more turn after this, and things are finally not settling but going to shit everywhere, so it'll be interesting to see how we deal with it. We need to fight everywhere. Ghosting an action to 4 for combat is a wasted turn. Don't do it. I didn't check for strangles last turn, but there shouldn't have been any, so we're okay. Combat on 1 could be beneficial. Yeah. Hologating this mess to somewhere else. Does that get me anything? Nah, because that's the space I would have moved it to. A red installation. Uh, it's honestly looking like push, push, push. Blame as that is. He could actually leave his space to get there and then fight it himself. Now we're talking. Um, 1, 2, 3 movements would be enough to bring a ton of weaponry to bear. If it's move to here, push the enemies together. Sorry, move to here, push the enemies together, kill them. There's no good way to do everything at once. We'll just burn the hologate, bro. 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2. Double push, create a guardian. 1, 2, 3, go there in person with your full army. We don't need to push. We're Leonardo. We can carry sparks. We can carry a spark. We can carry a spark and not multiple programs if we do it. Yeah, let's go crazy. All right, double push. So we are officially not strangled and officially winning on green, but we do now have our first guardian on the board. We could item ship to that location, but instead we're going to walk slow to get there. That's 3, 1, and we are going to walk in person. 1, carrying with us the purple. 2, carrying with us a single red. 3, carrying with us an extra red. Actually, leave this red here. We'll go 2, 3, and we'll go through this space. And now that we're here, fight for 5. 5 versus 4 is not great, but but it's good enough. 10 versus 8. Guardian dead. It was a bit of a risk, I admit, but I'm glad I took it. I don't know for sure whether or not I want to keep this in reserve. Let me peek ahead and see what I would be getting. There's an EMP here, but I doubt with 0 shifts, I doubt he's the one I'm picking for my last turn. So we'll use the ship before our turn ends. Most likely we should carry all of this with us somewhere else. There is one ghosting station on an edge, and it's on yellow. There's the ability to just move 1 square and go to 1. There's... Actually, that is a good countermeasure against green being rolled again. But even better than that would be to go here. Because the one thing I'm sure of is that I may or may not be able to take the time to win this fight the old-fashioned way. And it will be very helpful to be able to pulverize this guy. So, yeah, that's fine. There's no other way to get onto a ghosting station in 1 move. Turn. Strangle checks. We are not webbed out anywhere. Last turn of the game, it's going to Raf. Be very happy to get those things out of here. Sure, why not? Wait, that doesn't go here. It goes out of game. Feels pointless, but sure, why not? Okay. We need to spark on green. Oh man, the one thing that I did not want to have happen. Okay, that's still survivable. Everything's survivable now. Winning, 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 winning. Winning with an asterisk. Winning with an asterisk. Okay. We have no blatant move. We have no major movement options. We have plenty of pushes. So if he moves to 1, and then converts that spark into a blue. So move, convert into a blue. Then uses a double push to save 3 and save 1. And then go out with whatever bonuses we still have available. That's pretty reasonable. Playing it back, moving 1, possibly ghosting a creation of sparks first. Or sorry, red programs first. Then conversion. And then quad pushes to secure the rest of the board. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds swell. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, let's go for it. All right, Raphael, single movement. No, wait, sorry. Raphael makes 2 reds, then single movement. Then uses the yellow and spark that are present here to create something else, in this case a blue, because we know for a fact we're going to need at least a blue to start the gold phase that is coming shortly. We should probably build a teleporter at some point, but oh well. Now, with your remaining wealth, do we want to buy that duality? What would I use it on? Yeah, no, forget it. Alright, double push. Raphael's double push is going to be... I wish I could put it there, but that will blow it up, so no. 1, 2, sure. Adjacency, a +1 on the die, who knows, we might get lucky. And do we want to move back? No, we have to push that. So let's make this the 2. Oh, well, that's a strangle hazard. It's a strangle hazard. That's fine. Okay. And then, sorry, that was push number 1 from this card. So push number 2 from this card would be what? I kind of want to leave that be just so it dies. I don't feel confident that this will work. But I do feel confident that this will work. It's a bit of a risk. Technically, if I lose that die roll 4 times, I lose this phase. But I don't think that's going to happen. And by the rules that I myself have come up with, that's 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns that are skipped because we are not using every decker, aka turtle to the fullest. Because the rules are X+1 we would not be able to reach. So that is the end of the silver phase. Shit. Root access just came. And unfortunately, it's too late for us to purchase that. I am definitely going to wipe the market. I can't afford to have 2 digital tattoos lying around. It'll take forever to clear them out. That goes back here. 1, 2, 3, 4 comes out. That's the fresh market. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, we got microbionics. That could be very helpful in the final phases. And a 1 for 2 and a new duality. Yeah, okay, so those are good options. All right. SMC attack phases. Let's start with the most interesting one. Red 1. Cowabunga. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 versus 6. 2 sparks dead. You know what? I liked last time how we kept the body count. Let's do that again. These are not bodies. These are just not currently on play. Okay, next. 4. It's plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. 2 more bodies. Hardest one, number 6. We lose by exactly the wrong amount. Well, actually, adjacency bonus. 6 versus 6, still off by 1. God damn. Alright, that was a risk, I admit it. Wait, why is this like this? That's a huge oversight. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't have created that risk if I had recognized that that was the risk that we were at. Let me retcon this and figure out how this came about. We pushed a spark to create a big combat, so I would just do this instead and leave it be. I'll keep my own piece dead, but I don't need to artificially create a combat that causes a strangle because this would have been removed before the combat even started. I'm not kosher with that. All right, next 4, blue 4. That's 10 plus on the die. I'll take it. And is that everyone? That is all the fights. The network has a total of 7 sparks on it with no guardians. I'll take it. We've met the green criteria on every server. Neural matrix is passed. Have at least one green or square on each odd-numbered space on X servers. We don't do spider movements negate the spark movements, so just pick a random server and spark it. Pink on each space that is clear of everything. So has a green, has a green, has a green, has a spark. These are the only spaces that get sparked. And wouldn't you know it, still not strangled, technically. Cowabunga. What a run. Oh, that was so much fun. Okay. Turtle Run is continuing pretty well. I feel really bad about this flub. I'm 100% sure that this was a valid configuration, but I'm 5% uncertain. So I'm actually going to play the vid back and see exactly what I did. If this isn't a legal retcon, I'll retcon it correctly before next time starts. I don't mind the red program being dead, but I'm not comfortable with leaving a strangle that cost me the whole session because of a flub. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast running this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Stay tuned for part 3, where we proceed with the gold phase. And I don't think we're going to be doing white sparks, but we'll find out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.